Horatio says, where do you think you'll be 15 years from now? I don't know. We shall see together. Hopefully I'll fall off the edge of the cliff and die. Thanks for the money, dummies. Band. The camera's been on the whole time. Bouncy. I'm actually a virgin. See this fucking piece of garbage disc? Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. Good morning, everybody. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. Today, we are celebrating 15 years of YouTube history. Today is the day when we're going to go down memory lane and we're going to reminisce together. There's going to be food, there's going to be chill, and there's going to be a lot of booze. This is the podcast before the party. Yes, the pre-party. I need to prepare for the party and do like 4 shots. Anyway, welcome to the podcast, everyone. Normally on the podcast, I have all these giant segments. We're not going to have much of that today. I think I have really like one quick news story to talk about, and that's really about it, because today is my 15-year anniversary retrospective marathon party over on my React channel, DSP Reacts. Why would you do it on DSP Reacts? Oh man, you should just have it here. Don't worry, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. But anyway, I'm very excited because today we're gonna have a nice, chill, relaxed vibe here on my streams. In addition, my wife is gonna make an amazing spread, a big backyard barbecue feast. Pretty darn cool that my wife is going to be going all out doing a 4-course meal for us today. I'm not ordering DoorDash. She wanted to be a part of this event, and that's how she's going to contribute. Now, before we get started, one of the things I told you about yesterday was that today we were going to do something called Pick Your Poison. So here's how it's going to work. If I receive a large contribution, I will take a shot of some kind of liquor. I really hope you guys don't kill me. For the first time ever, I have 4 different kinds of liquor, and whoever does the large contribution gets to choose what kind of liquor I'm going to take the shot of. Allow me to show you what we have today. Number 1, coconut flavored rum. And the reason I have this is because I'm a pretty bad alcoholic. That's one thing that we've got. The next thing that we've got, this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. If you guys want to see me have some bourbon, that's number 2. Number 3, Jose Cuervo. Tequila. Very nice. Last but certainly not least, something that I've actually not even had. Grande Garonne Superior Orange and Cognac Liquor. It's got orangey zest to it, but it's rich. Okay, hopefully it's good. You would think it was, wasn't cheap. 40% alcoholic volume. It's good quality. This is not the shit. This is good shit. This is 40%. So those are the options for today. So if you do a $100 tip today, I will do a shot of whichever one that you have chosen. This is hilarious. Someone says, will you do cheaper amounts for the weaker drinks? None of these are weaker. The Bacardi rum is 35% and all the others are 40. They're all around exactly the same. Can I get a discount on a shot? No, you can't get a discount. We're not some marketplace where we're going to negotiate prices here. This is a celebration today. All right. So much like previous marathons, if I end up getting a bunch of tips in a short period of time, I am going to be drinking 6 shots back to back and then be passed out here in my chair. Phil drinks himself into the hospital. So please understand, this is a marathon event today. It's just about me drinking all day and getting drunk and stupid and sloppy. Now keep in mind, it's going to be interactive. This is not just me talking to you all day. This is going to be a very interactive stream. Then we're going to go to the clips that you guys have nominated over the last 3.5 weeks. There were over 50 moments nominated. Now, here's the thing. This is not like DSP versus the internet, where we watch a couple minutes of each clip. This is going to be a situation where likely these clips will be watching a lot of some of them.
Juicy shrimp with delicious ramen and all these
fresh...
Oh,
that's exactly what it looks like, of course.
Big block of dry noodles.
There's nothing in here, right? If I remember, it's very boring because there's nothing good. It's just terrible. I overpromise and I underdeliver, okay? That's stupid. Now, another thing. I don't know what you guys would want for rewards. I mean, I could wear a hat today, but do you really want me to see me wearing a hat for 8 hours? You know what I mean? Do you want to have a day where we just don't do rewards for tips because I'm already, you know, we already have a party going on and everything, and I'm drinking and everything? I don't know. It's really up to you guys. We'll talk about it, obviously, when we get to that point, you know. Anyway, just to reiterate, there is pressure to contribute, all right? We already have contributions that have come in, just for the record. So there you go. Really quick, I just want to take a very brief moment to say rest in peace to Bob Barker. What's funny about it is he was old when I was young. Here I am, I'm 41 years old, and he just passed away 99 years old. Holy moly. This guy lived a million years. Yeah. What was his secret? Really what we need to do, we need to start analyzing people who have found the way to longevity, don't we? How did they make it that long? I really would like to know, what is it that made him so, you know, enduring? He beat up Adam Sandler. It was funny. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bob Barker. Remember to get your pet spayed or neutered and help protect the pet population. Yodelay, 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 yo. What is going on? So, now, all I want to do is very briefly touch upon Street Fighter 6. A lot of people are so tired of Street Fighter 6. Here's what I want to say. At this point, I've noticed when I play late at night, just being honest, it's a different experience than playing during the daytime. It's every tryhard on the planet just playing a bullshit safe pattern. There is next to no variety. It's a gauntlet of Kens, all the same players over and over, playing exactly the same. Well, I don't get it. If they all play the same, why can't you just win? Because that's not how Street Fighter 6 works. Both Blanca and Honda are mid-tier characters who don't have the advantages of the top tiers. You need to literally be perfect. Make zero mistakes, don't drop any combos or do any erroneous moves, and don't ever fall for anything. You must control the game entirely. If you control the game entirely, you can steamroll these scrubs. Because it's actually what they are. They're scrubs. They don't understand the ins and outs of fighting games. They don't even get fighting game fundamentals. They learned a basic pattern, and they just repeat that pattern. They don't know how to play the game. It's not because they're good. It's not because they're skilled. It's basic bullshit. Did you know that in the top 100 players of Street Fighter 6, 16 of them are Kens? 16 of them are Kens. The character is overpowered. The point I'm making here is, it's just not going to be easygoing anymore. There used to be streams where I would sit there and dominate. That's just not going to happen anymore. Last night was one of my worst nights ever in Street Fighter 6, but I didn't really freak out about it. No drive rush. Didn't do that. I did fierce punch Blanca ball. Oh my god, seriously? Pressed low roundhouse. And it somehow anti-aired that. I wasn't punching my controller. Piece of shit. I just matter-of-factly would state what happened. Well, my combo dropped, I lose. No combo. Drops the combo. No combo. That's twice in a row. No combo. No combo again. My combo dropped in the corner again. Again! I lost again because the combo doesn't work. I was sitting there freaking out, ripping my shirt off, going crazy. But understand, when you tune in to see me play Street Fighter 6, I'm going to lose a lot. I don't really care anymore. I'm being honest. I'm not going to get upset about it. Derek, how's it going? He says he wants loves and rubs. What the hell? I'm glad a lot of people are showing up. We have over 500 people in climbing. Keep in mind, guys, today, over on DSP Reacts, we may very well get a lot of gifted memberships. I don't know. We may or may not. Just throwing that out there because people might want to feel supportive for the 15th anniversary. If you get a gifted membership today... What the hell? That is literally all I have to talk about. So you guys know about how to contribute and how to support. I've already explained. So now I think it's time to get to shout-outs. Our first tip of the day is a $5 tip. It is from Lady Charisma. Now let's see what Lady Charisma has to say. That's what Lady Charisma has to say. A big yawn. I also received a $115 tip from LisaLou. All right. I would like to hear from LisaLou. Please let me know what you would like for a shot. Okay? If you guys would like to vote on a hat, we could do that. Which hat is anniversary best? So here's the poll. Please vote. Will I invite a DoorDash driver to do an interview on stream? No, not too interested in it unless I don't have to spend any money for it. You see? That being said, we might or might not beat it. We'll see what happens. Pumping all day long. I've always been a proponent of that. Now, in the meantime, I just received a $100 tip from DanTheMan. All right, so that means we're up to $220 in tips. Dan, do you want me to take a shot? And what shot would you like to see me take? Let's see what he chooses. He wants the Cuervo to start. All right, he wants me to start with the Cuervo. Cuervo is not great. It's kind of terrible tequila. I have a history with Cuervo. I'm not shitting you. When I was a teenager, we would buy a handle of Cuervo like this, and we would actually take this onto my friend's father's boat. We would go below deck, playing cards, drinking tequila, having snacks, and in general, just being silly. Go drive when we drank. Anyway, so the first shot of the day will be some tequila. My first shot of the day. Here we go. It's just okay. Cuervo's just kind of like, it's all right. That stupid fruit fly is still in here. It just buzzed me. That dang fruit fly just flew right at me again. It's still in here somehow. Anyway, I received an $8 tip from Radical Jaws. He says, I thought that it would be a good idea to bring back the Magic 8-Ball today. Your idea has no valid merit. Thank you very much for that tip, Radical Jaws. Also, I received a $2 tip from Bleached Taint. Here's to 15 more filthy years. Get it, filthy? All right, thank you for a $2 tip there. In the meantime, you guys have been voting, and you voted for the cowboy hat. Do you want a vest? To wear a vest over this shirt, it's already a large shirt. It's gonna look really weird. I don't know if you guys really want a vest today or not. Cowboy hat works nicely. No matter what I wear, the cowboy hat goes. Seriously. No vest, enjoy the party. No vest, keep on the party atmosphere, the party shirt, people are saying. All right, good. I could put a vest on the chair. You want to do that? There you go. You got the vest behind me. The chair has been vested with the original beige vest. Look at that. In honor of the anniversary, I've opened the door. I want to see if Jasper will come in and say hello. Obviously, you guys want to see Jasper a little bit today, right? Here he is. You guys want to see him? Jasper, come here. Everyone wants to see you. Oh, he's squiggling away. He won't let me pick him up. Jasper, you're not going to let me pick you up. Really? Now he wants to investigate the floor instead of being on camera. Jasper says you can look, but you can't touch. Now he's sniffing the liquor bottles. Jasper, I want you to come on camera. Here he is. Here's the Jasper kitty. There he is. The Jasper boy. Oh, he's wiggling. He's wiggling. No, let me down. All right, Jasper, you ready to go? Oh, stop kicking me. How dare you? Kicks me viciously. Well, you guys got your fill of Jasper, which is good. I'm glad that he got to join us. Will I be plating Taco Bell today? Absolutely not. My wife will be making absolutely delicious food today. We're not eating shitty Taco Bell. Ghost of Jade, thank you for 27 months of support. He says, do you plan on interacting with other streamers? No. Why would I interact with other streamers? Anyone who I basically tried to have positive interaction with has turned into a shithead. So no, I don't have any desire to do any kind of interaction with another streamer. I'm self-sufficient. I have enough talent that I can just sit here and do stuff all day, every day by myself, and it's enough to support a business. While others are constantly looking for collaborations and crossovers because they're stagnant, I don't need to do that. Sarah says, do you get sad doing a retrospective and wondering what could have been? No. My life today is much better than it ever was previously. I love who I am and what I do today way more than myself of the past or my content of the past. Why on earth would a retrospective make me sad? No, I'm not saddened by any retrospective I've ever done. Nope. What generation Italian am I? Primarily, my biggest ethnicity is Italian. My grandfather actually, when he was a child, came over as an immigrant from Italy. I made Italians look like complete morons, right? Favorite Rockstar game? Stop and ask me a question about what's my favorite. Stop that right now. This is not Phil's ranking tier maker event. It's not. Let's not do that. No asking me what's my favorite stuff. Why does my leg shake so much lately? Actually, my leg has always shaken a lot. I've always had restless leg syndrome my whole life. It's very hard for me to sit completely still. It really is. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to move the party over to DSP Reacts. I'm going to make my space-themed drink. Okay? All right, guys. I think it is time to adjourn with the Level 1 podcast. It's sure been a good one. We did nothing. Literally nothing. It was like no variety, same boring shit. That is true. I thought it was terrible. We're going to continue this party over on DSP Reacts all day long. So if you can head over there with me today, please do. Hello, everyone. DARKSYDEPHIL here, and welcome to a very special event. Ladies and gentlemen, way back when, in 2008, I decided that I was going to start posting up gameplay on this very website. And since then, it's been almost a daily ritual to share something of my life with you every single day, whether it's a hot release. It's been a wild ride. It really has been. What I'd like to do today is to reminisce a bit. I'm going to have a segment here where I'm going to talk to you about my history of how I became a YouTuber, and then how things changed over the years, and essentially how I had to adapt and change over the time so that I could stay relevant. Today in 2023, I am nowhere near as relevant, pertinent, or popular as I was, say, 15 years ago. At the very same time, today is a day of celebration, fun, and reminiscing. Before we get to that, I'm drinking a drink here today that is a combination of rum, orange liqueur, and juice that we're calling the Space Jam drink, all right? Woo! Woo! Incredibly strong. I put way too much liquor in it. All right, ladies and gents, my history on YouTube started in a very different way than probably most people's. I was a pro Street Fighter player. Now, what that meant was that I spent a lot of money and time competing in tournaments. It did not mean that I made a living playing Street Fighter. No one could. There were no giant prize pools for fighting game tournaments. It was just for the love of the game. And it was actually in a hotel room where we were just hanging out and having fun. And one of my friends said, "Did you ever see the Angry Video Game Nerd?" I was like, "No, I don't know who that is." And they showed me a video, and here he is ranting at a video game, making funny lines, talking over the top, swearing like a sailor, no production values, no budget to it, just him and a camera making fun of a video game. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So after having seen this Angry Video Game Nerd on YouTube, I became a big fan. I started watching all of his content, and in 2007, here's the deal. I was diagnosed with a very bad back injury. I had a severely herniated disc in my lower back. As you can see back then, I was very chubby. I was overweight. My knees hurt all the time. My back was all messed up. I had shooting pain in my legs. It was very bad. I went to the doctor, and after the MRI, the doctor told me, "You were literally this close from having a fully ruptured disc, in which case you probably would have lost control of your bodily functions." So I was incredibly lucky to catch it, but it was horrible. And at that point in my life, I was the one who would drive all my friends to Street Fighter tournaments. I was the one who would motivate them. I would register us for the tournaments. I was the guy. So at this point in my life, I had just gotten back from EVO 2007 and basically not having done very well. I was like, I gotta make a change. I was fat, I was single, I was depressed. And so I decided at that point that I was gonna get into gaming again. Rather than being a pro Street Fighter player, I was going to branch out and start playing games of all types. So I started playing games such as Mass Effect 1, Grand Theft Auto 4, Tales of Vesperia. I kind of fell in love with console games for the first time since the 90s. I just became so hyper-focused and tunnel vision on Street Fighter that I pretty much neglected all the other games that were out there in the gaming landscape. And so this was an opportunity for me now to get back into hardcore gaming again in a way that I hadn't in a very long time. And by the way, let's have some of this crazy drink. That's way too strong. Wow. God damn, that's strong. So, continuing on with the story. In 2007 / into 2008, being a humongous fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, I feel like if he can do that, with his sense of humor, with his great observational skills, I could probably do that too. Hello everyone, DSP here.
Yo, hey you, over there.
The hell's that?
Every time you play, all you do is complain about lag and joystick doesn't work and your moves don't come out.
Huh?
You are a scrub.
What did you just say to me?
I said you are a scrub.
That's incredible.
Wait. Oh.
I think I've been drinking too much, guys. Wow, you're a ripoff of the Angry Video Game Nerd? Back then, DARKSYDEPHIL is an Angry Video Game Nerd ripoff. What, are you ripping off the nerd? What are you talking about? I don't want to do what he does. I actually want to genuinely play new games and actually just do commentary on them. Now, on YouTube at this point in time, videos like that were not prominent. They were called Let's Play. I could never really find someone who was playing it and just doing the commentary over it of them doing a first-time playthrough. And so I said, you know, if I just were to do some silly commentary, observational stuff over gameplay, I wonder, if, if anyone would care. I'm just going to try it. And by the way, I wasn't professional, and I'm using a 5 to 6-year-old camera. It's not even widescreen. I live with my parents in a cramped-ass side bedroom. I'm sweating profusely. It's really the most bootleg ghetto style of gameplay video that you could really put out on the internet. So I started playing games like Mercenaries 2. When I played Mercenaries 2, I was drunk as hell, drinking rum and coke, this much rum and this much coke. The drink was not even brown. It was like beige because I drank so much rum back then. I've already told you guys about my history. I used to be a pretty bad alcoholic. As I was depressed, I would drink a lot, okay? All those videos are usually I'm slurring. Back then, that's the kind of videos I made. And over the course of like a 3-month period, I did this style of video. Now back then, you could only do 10-minute clips on YouTube. You also couldn't monetize any gameplay on YouTube. If you submitted it for monetization, they would reject it. All I did was gameplay, 10-minute clips, no ads, thrown out there on YouTube. And within a 4-month period, my channel DARKSYDEPHIL took off. It exploded in popularity. I went from getting just a couple hundred views on every video to thousands of views on every video. Wow, I'm a fan of DARKSYDEPHIL. I like your improv style of commentary. When I watch your videos, it's like I'm sitting next to my friend on the couch. DSP Cult Leader. Everyone else on YouTube was doing videos that were more like professional walkthrough. I was just playing a game to have fun, and people liked that. They found that unique and different. I'm not claiming to be the originator of Let's Plays.
I invented Let's Plays.
Oh my God, you're not the originator. I never said I was. I invented Let's Plays. I never claimed to be the first Let's Player. In fact, I hated the term Let's Plays. All my videos I called playthroughs. I started using that term and popularized it among the whole gaming content creation landscape. Anyway, I never expected that me just throwing these videos onto YouTube would get any kind of popularity, but they did. And so the real key time for me was the release of Street Fighter 4. I was one of the first person in the United States of America to play Street Fighter 4. God's honest truth here. I got like a 90 win streak with E Honda on the day it released. There's no way that's true. I was actually one of the first people in the entire fighting game community to actually have footage of Street Fighter 4. In fact, you might not realize this, but actually my videos were being featured on websites like Event Hub. DarkSydePhil made a tutorial for Blanca in Street Fighter 4. DarkSydePhil made an extended combo video for Balrog, and they were featuring my videos on their front page. I exploded in popularity. Hundreds of thousands of views on DarkSydePhil. Who's the big guy for Street Fighter 6? DarkSydePhil. People started to resent me because they were upset with me. They absolutely hated that I was getting that kind of attention. In 2009, I opened up a vlogging channel, King of Hate HD. Why the King of Hate? This is a moniker that everyone knows, but wonders what does it mean. Back in the fighting game community, I wasn't good enough, I wasn't smart enough, I couldn't succeed in life, and I would crash crap on anyone. I was one of the biggest internet shit talkers there was in the FGC. Yes, I was a hateful person back then, and things never changed. And so, in the fighting game community, being known as the King of Hate meant I wasn't a scrub at the bottom of the barrel. I remember at the end of 2009, for the first time ever, not only had I become one of the top gaming YouTubers, I was constantly ranked among the top comedians, which was really awesome.
Yo, why you talking shit about the Red Gorillas factions?
My channel page became a huge thing. People would go to my page every single day just to see what DarkSydePhil was up to, and that felt special. I'm doing something people really like. So now we head into 2010, and this is where things changed a lot. One thing I should say, because it just came to mind, back then on YouTube, you're trying to appeal to teenagers. I never would have met my wife if it wasn't for this. Seriously. Back then, 2009, 2010, I'm literally saying offensive things about everyone. I was so edgy. Every race, every gender, every sexual orientation, all of it is fair game in my content. Everyone loved it. Today, if you dared say anything like that, you'd be banned from YouTube. But back then, everyone liked it. No one got offended by anything. People were there for fun. 2010 was the year when things changed a lot. I actually moved out of my parents' house, but I started getting copyright issues on YouTube, supposedly from Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games claimed the videos and took them down for copyright. They outright just blocked my videos. Then on top of that, Steve Jones copyright struck my playthrough of a Splinter Cell game. This made no sense. I got copyright takedowns from someone named Steve Jones. And this was my first case where I actually think I had someone trying to take me down. It was the beginning of the toxicity on YouTube. There was someone who called himself DSP Cult Leader. They started a hater channel trying to say that I was a cult leader on YouTube leading children down the route of debauchery. This guy's nuts. I thought that I was immune to criticism and I could say and do whatever I wanted because everyone laughed at my jokes. I'm a moron. But anyway, I got my first false copyright strike takedown from Ubisoft. I was like, so you're telling me at any time someone could take down my YouTube channel impersonating someone else? Well, I don't like that. So what I want to do is I want to protect all the work that I've done. So I ended up making new channels. So I ended up having original DarkSydePhil channel. Then there was DSP Gaming, the King of Hate Vlogs, the King of Hate HD, DSP Street Fighter, Red Dead DSP, DSP Final Fantasy 13. I had like 10 channels. It was ridiculous. And again, I wasn't making money on any of them except the vlogging. So I went from this being a silly little hobby to being something that now was actually like the main focus of my life. I still had my 9-to-5 job, but that 9-to-5 job was very quickly falling apart. This company started losing a lot of business. There was a big recession. So the helicopter company I worked at lost a lot of business and they downscaled. We got to do layoffs and I was a victim of this. I got laid off and this is when everything kind of changed content creation wise, professionality level and all of that. Professionality, that's a word. Now, I was faced with a dilemma. I had bought a condo because I was planning on working there pretty much indefinitely. And when that was taken away from me and I was laid off, I didn't know what to do. I was gonna either have to take a bunch of part-time jobs or do something drastic. So, remember coming home that day, making this video where I explained to everyone I've been laid off, I didn't know what to do. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this as a full-time job. I need your guys' buy-in that you're going to watch, rate, and participate in all of my content so that I can make a living doing this. Within 2 months, no exaggeration, I went from making $100 to $200 a month on my vlogging channel to about $10,000 to $15,000 a month on my vlogging channel. Oh shit, if this keeps up, I'll be rich forever. Sadly, if you do that on YouTube, you get in trouble. I was sucking up all the ad revenue. They didn't like that. And they basically said, so we saw this, and we're kicking you off the site. Get all your stuff off the site within the next 3 days. We're deleting it all. Goodbye. So, things were not going too well for me. But then, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I signed with Machinima as a partner, and literally the rest is history. I became a full-time YouTuber, and I've been doing this full-time since early 2011. I've absolutely, positively loved every moment that I've been able to be my own boss. Ultimately, as long as I work my ass off, people appreciate it. And people over the years have supported my content no matter where I've gone, no matter what I've done. I love that. To this day, I still get messages from people who say, thank you so much because you don't understand. You changed my life. I was messed up, and watching your content put a smile on my face, made me feel special, made me feel like laughing for once, when everything else in my life was terrible. I was just someone messing around with a camera, being a jerk, right? Screaming and doing commentary or whatever. I didn't know what a profound change it would have on people's lives, but the fact that it did, and the fact that I'm still here 15 years later through all the trials and tribulations, it means something, you know? People know when they come to my content, I shit on a game to say it's bad for clickbait because I rely on views. I have to make toxic content about people all the time, pushing advertisements down your gullet in order to even get a view or make a living. What kind of success is that? The reason I'm able to continue doing what I love is because of your support. If it wasn't for your support these last 15 years, I wouldn't be here. I need you guys to understand something. I lost a lot of money over these years, and I hope that you guys appreciate that. It's been rough. There's been some rough years in there where things were very tight. I was desperate. I declared bankruptcy and everything. But the good news is we're through all of that. We came out the other end. Things are moving forward positively in a great direction. Yes, it has to do with me busting my ass and my dedication. The fact that I'm one of the most prolific YouTubers out there. But it equally has to do with you coming to this content every day and supporting it in the ways that you have. If I didn't get those testimonials, those stories of people who love who I am and what I stand for, I would have quit. But because of you guys, I stick in there. You guys give me the power to keep doing what I feel has meaning. Thank you for 15 awesome years of doing that. Okay? So thank you all. I hope you enjoyed this video of my early history as a YouTuber. And, 15 years down, here's to 15 more. I appreciate everything. I feel like I should end this video before I rant on forever because I'm just so grateful. I could just say I'm grateful for the next hour. Thank you all. Here's to another 15 years of popularity and fun here on YouTube. Thank you all, and I'll see you soon. Ignore all the bullshit. Stay here on DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts, and let's have a good time together every day and ignore all the white noise that happens on the outside. Those people are the desperate losers who need to bring down others to make a buck. I don't ever have to do that. Ever. Because of 1 Minute Man, thank you for that. Wow!